Imagine this. You've got an idea for an app just rattling around in your head. Now, what if you could turn that idea into a real working app, a website, and a full investor pitch deck? Not in months, but in like 15 minutes. It sounds like science fiction, but a new AI tool is making this happen right now, and honestly, it might just be changing everything. To really get a feel for how huge this shift is, let me set the scene for you. Picture this. A company gives two of its senior developers a challenge. They get the exact same goal, the same budget, but the way they decide to tackle it, well, they couldn't be more different. So here's the challenge. Build a finance app that helps people manage their money. Simple enough, right? But the clock's ticking, they've got less than 2 months and a 1 million rupee budget. The first developer, well, he goes the traditional route. And he immediately hires the whole crew. A project manager, a designer, a couple of developers, a tester, a full 6-person team. The estimated timeline, at least a month, with that million rupee budget getting gobbled up by salaries. But the second developer, he hires absolutely no one. Instead, he makes a wild promise. He says he'll deliver the website, the mobile app, the design, and the investor pitch deck by the end of the day. And he does it. How? His secret weapon was a brand new tool called Replic's Agent 4. And you gotta understand, this isn't just another code helper. It's really designed to be more like a development partner, something that can take your idea and just run with it from start to finish. So here's the crazy part. You don't even really write code with it. You just talk to it. You describe what you want in plain English, and it doesn't just spit out code. No, it generates the visual designs, the actual working apps for both web and mobile, and even the slide deck you'd use to go get funding. It's the whole shebang, from idea to reality. So how in the world is it so fast? Well, there are 2 big reasons. First, it can do a bunch of things at once. While it's coding your website, you can tell it, hey, start mocking up the mobile app design. So there's no more waiting around. Second, it uses something called an infinite canvas. This basically means the design and the code live in the same place. You can literally click a button in the design and type, make this blue, and the code just updates. The gap between designing something and building it has pretty much vanished. Okay, talk is cheap, right? Enough with the theory. Let's actually see this thing in action. We're going to watch it build that personal finance app, which they called Savoni, starting with nothing more than a simple sentence. The whole process is just ridiculously simple. It really boils down to 4 steps. 1, you write a prompt just describing your app. 2, the agent generates a professional-looking design. 3, it turns that design into a real working app. And 4, just to top it all off, it builds the presentation you need to sell your idea. 4 steps. That's it. So the first thing that pops out is this UI design for the Ops main dashboard. The prompt told it to take inspiration from popular finance apps like Robinhood, and look what it came up with. It's clean, it's professional, it's modern, and it was created in just a few minutes. But look, a pretty picture is one thing. The real magic happens next. The agent takes that static design and turns it into this, a fully interactive web app. You can actually click on things, add an expense, check your portfolio. This isn't a mock-up anymore. It's a real working product. And just when you think it's done, it goes one step further. It also built this entire 10-slide pitch deck. I mean, it wrote the text, it designed the slides, it laid out the market analysis, and it even put in a funding ask for $2.5 million. This thing doesn't just get code, it gets business. Now, after seeing all of that, seeing an app and a business plan get created in minutes, it's pretty much impossible not to ask the big looming question. If an AI can do all of this, what on earth does that mean for human jobs in tech? This is it. This is the question that's on literally everyone's mind right now. Is this the end of the road for developers, for designers, for project managers as we know them? Well, the answer isn't a simple yes or no. You've got to look at what's actually being replaced. See, the AI is incredible at the repetitive stuff, the grunt work. Writing all that basic boilerplate code, setting up servers, creating simple designs, the kind of stuff that used to take up a ton of a junior developer's time. But what it can't replace are the uniquely human skills. Truly complex problem solving, understanding a company's business goals, deep product strategy, and high-level system design. That's where the real brain power is needed. So here's the bottom line, and this is really the most important takeaway. AI isn't here to replace creative people. It's here to replace tedious tasks. The value is shifting. It's not just about being able to write perfect lines of code anymore. The real value is in being able to think, to strategize, and to deliver a complete product from start to finish, using AI as your super-powered tool. And the numbers totally back this up. We're not talking about a small 5 or 10% bump here. Research is showing that developers who really lean into these AI tools are seeing productivity gains of over 50%. So they're not getting replaced. They're becoming hyper-efficient. They're allowing their companies to build and innovate at a speed that was just unthinkable a few years ago. So what does this mean for you? Well, the skills that are most valuable are starting to change. It's not just about being a front-end or a back-end person anymore. The real demand is for product engineers, people who think about the whole product, from idea to launch. The new core skills are becoming an expert at using these AI tools and leveraging them to get ideas into the real world as fast as possible. Speed is the name of the game. So really, it all comes down to this one powerful idea. The future isn't about the AI itself. It's about the people who master how to use it. The challenge is no longer just about how to build something. The real challenge, the creative challenge, is figuring out what's worth building in the first place. And that's a job for a human, not a machine.